Hello, Katie.
Hello.
Hello. If you could please tell us a little bit about yourself and the OSTAR race.
Sure. Well, I'm Katie Miller. I'm 22 years old and I'm competing in the OSTAR on a Figaro 2, which is called Blue Cube after my title sponsors. And it's it's 2 days to the start.
Yeah.
We're in last minute preparations, but everything will be good to go in a couple of days' time for the start. We're competing in the OSTAR, which is a single-handed race, 3,000 miles across the Atlantic from Plymouth to Newport, Rhode Island in the States.
Wow. And how has Scanstrut helped you so far with the project?
Scanstrut have been an amazing help. I identified early on that I really wanted to have a radar on the boat. There's a part in the OSTAR when you have to sail across the Newfoundland banks.
Okay.
And over the banks there's really thick fog where you can only see metres around the boat. And in the same area there's a high risk of icebergs as well, and a lot of fishing boats. So having radar was pretty important as a safety aspect.
Yeah.
Since the boat's carbon rigged, the mast is carbon, it wasn't really feasible to mount a radar on the mast. So I got in contact with Scanstrut, explained the situation, said I'd really like to have a Scanstrut on the boat to mount the radar on, particularly a gimbal mount, which would allow the radar to be horizontal to the horizon at all times. And yeah, they came up with the goods. The Scanstrut is on the boat at the moment in the background, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah. It's certainly fitted well, and it's out of the way. And
exactly. I was a little bit concerned that it would make the boat look a bit strange, but actually as soon as it was on, it fitted in straight away.
Yeah, good. Good. You fitted it yourself?
I did, yes, with the help of my business partner at the time, Mark. And we both fitted it on. I didn't realise quite how heavy radars are. You try to lift it up onto the gimbal fitting, but yeah, we spent a weekend fitting it, and it was good.
You're looking forward to the start. Do you got any expectations for the race?
To be honest, my main priority is to finish. It's my first transatlantic. It's my biggest ever single-handed race. Before this race, I'd only ever sailed 500 miles is my longest solo distance when I competed in the Blue Cube 1000 solo, which I actually won. But 5 days compared to around 25 days is a bit of a difference. Yeah. So I'm certainly going to be competitive. There's a few people out there that I'd really like to beat, that I'd like to finish before.
Yeah.
But as I say, priority number one is just to finish, and then we'll have a look at the results as a second priority.
Good for you. We wish you a lot of luck. And what's next after this race? And what are the plans on the horizon?
After the OSTAR, the plan is to compete in the Figaro circuit for a few years, which is a circuit in France full of Figaros. Every boat's identical, so that the only really varying factor is the skipper and the skipper's kind of sailing talent, I guess, really. So that's considered the solo sailing school, really, of solo sailing. It's where a lot of the most successful French Vendée Globe sailors have come from. And then ultimately, after that, I'd say one of my ambitions is to compete in the Vendée Globe in about 8 years' time.
Wow. Good for you.
Cheers.
Well, the Figaro series is obviously offshore racing. What the duration of those races?
They last for up to about 4 or 5 days. It's very similar to the Blue Cube 1000 sail actually, in that they have a series of races. They have a race, and then each leg is quite long. So you go, for example, from La Rochelle to Abdelone to Dingle in Ireland this year, then back to somewhere in France. So you're doing legs of up to 500 or 600 miles long, which is 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. Wow. And you'll be using for that the same boat and the same kit?
Same boat, same kit.
Something I'm always concerned about with offshore racing is what your galley is like and what sort of food supplies you've got on board. Can you tell us a little bit about?
Sure. I actually only have a single burner cooker on board, so basically it's good for boiling a kettle.
Yeah.
And as such, I've got a lot of freeze-dried food on board, which is fine by me because I actually quite like it. Yeah. But I'm also taking quite a lot of tinned food as well, and a saucepan, and just bung a couple of tins of stew and tinned peas or something, boil it all up, and that'll be a really nice meal.
Are all your tins ballast at the moment? Will you be moving them from side to side? Or?
Well, I'm not allowed to under IRC.
Oh, you're not?
So I might have to, given that it's a southwesterly race, I'll be obviously permanently storing them on the port side, since we're probably going to be on a port tack for the majority of the race.
Well, thank you very much, Katie. Good luck, and good luck at the start on Monday.
Cheers.